What's up, Gladiators? Your Scandal Squad is back, and we're so excited to break down the 7th and final season of Scandal with you guys. So stay tuned. We'll be right back after this.
You're tuning into the destination for TV superfan discussion, AfterBuzz TV. And now, let the buzz begin.
Like a little booty bump thing.
I'm not internationally known.
I know you guys are feeling that at the end of Scandal, guys.
Right.
Just came
All
through.
empowered.
That's a good point. Liv's got all the power, actually. It doesn't take two. It's just her. Just her. What's up, everybody? Your Scandal Squad is back. We're so excited to be here with you guys for season 7.
Yes. Final season.
Going down. Final season's in the books. It's been a while, but you guys know me. I'm your host, Christine Alexis. You can find me all over social media at Christine Bean with 3 E's.
I'm Tessa Cevaal. I'm joining the panel, and I'm so excited. Huge Scandal fan. You guys can find me on all social media at Tessa_Cevaal.
Hey guys, I have missed you. I am Parris Rose. You can find me on pretty much everything at Parris Rose with 2 R's.
Woo-hoo. So excited to be back, guys. I'm Jessica Williams. You can find me on Instagram and on Facebook at Miss Jessica Williams and on Twitter at Miss Jessica WW.
Yes, and actually, real quick, we do have to shout out that we have a new panelist. I'm so excited to have you, Tessa.
So excited to be here.
Welcome. She is an avid Scandal fan. Number 1 show.
Yes.
Yes.
She's going to fit in just right around here.
Yeah, you're officially in the squad. Squad up.
Welcome.
So yeah, Scandal's back. There was so much hype leading up to this season. It's crazy. I can't believe it's actually here.
I know.
And if you guys have been following us on social media, you guys might have seen that we put out a video today of the 7 things that we were most excited about. So if you haven't checked it out, go ahead and check that out and retweet and let us know what you guys were excited about for season 7, because it's just getting underway.
Exactly. And talking about that, I'm really excited because I was excited to see where Jake is. And they jump off with Jake and Liv. So that spoke to my heart in the beginning. I was really happy about that.
Yeah.
You did. I can't believe that this is our final season. Can we talk about that for a moment? I mean, we have gone so far, and now it's season 7. It's kind of bittersweet because we get to be together again and bring Tessa on, but it's the final season. But it's going to be long, and we're going to make it great.
It's going to be a solid 18 episodes of fun. Shout out to everybody in the live chat right now watching with us. So great to have you guys as always, and it's lit.
Yeah, so please
Sorry,
write in messages. Write in messages. As you guys can see, we are at a new time now.
Yes.
We are at 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time and 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So please be sure to set your reminders. If you miss us, watch us after you're done watching the show. We're here.
Shout out to everybody on the East Coast. You
Yes.
guys are watching live right now. But before we get really deep into the show, AfterBuzz has done an amazing job over the summer and through this fall of repurposing our channel and really just narrowing down our content in a way that's really easy for you guys to access all the shows that you know and love. So I'm just going to tell you a little bit about that before we get really deep into the show. So you might have noticed that your show, like Scandal, our after show, now airs on a brand new YouTube channel. So we are on AfterBuzz TV Drama right now. That's where you can find us. And that's because we're catering our content to match your wants, and all of your shows currently live on content-specific verticals. So if you're a fan of your show, all of the content on this channel, AfterBuzz Drama, should be right up your alley. So hit that subscribe button right now if you want to keep seeing all things Scandal and all things drama. I'm assuming that's How to Get Away with Murder too.
Yes. All Shonda.
Raise, all the Shonda shows, all your favorite dramas. Now we're all gonna live on one channel, which is dope. So you don't have to go through the website to find us. You know where to go. So as I was saying, we have 9 genre-based channels that you can find on the homepage. So go in, and if you like reality TV, subscribe to that one. Drama, sports, competition-based, like it's all laid out for you. So it'll be easy to find us.
Yeah, and piggybacking off of that, we're really excited because AfterBuzz has become a leader in custom TV coverage, and we're looking to improve. So if you guys have any pointers or want to let us know what you think of us, you can check us out on all social media platforms at AfterBuzz TV, or you can email us at info@afterbuzztv.com. And then for reference,
So you've got the full list of the channels,
so
right?
I have the
'Cause
full list
screwed
of the. So there's comedy, drama, sci-fi, reality TV, reality competition, animation, wrestling, sports, red carpet, events, and featured and original.
Nice.
Yeah,
The best genres.
That's really exciting.
All of them. They're all there.
Yeah.
All the links will be in the description after this video is published too.
Absolutely. So you guys know where to find it after the video goes up. It'll be in the description box. And yeah, make sure to go in and subscribe so that you don't miss any of the content that you want to see. I know some people have like an averse reaction to change. They're like, where's everything going? Do not worry. Your shows are still here. They're just somewhere else. So go in and subscribe and make sure you're all set.
Yeah.
Exciting. So exciting.
All right.
So this episode,
Let's get in it.
let's get in it.
So the episode begins with kind of like a news clip giving us a sense of time and where we are in Olivia's world, because it is her world.
Right.
And it kind of begins with the news of Luna Vargas's death and the swift swearing in of Cyrus Bean as VP shortly after. So we know where the country's at right now. We still got President Melly Grant in the White House with Olivia Pope as her chief of staff. So that's the landscape
That's
of
where we
where
are,
we're at now. So your question got answered right away.
Right away. I was like, they knew I had that question. They answered it for me. Thank you. And I'm really happy about that. They also pretty much answered my Cy question. I really wanted to know what was going to happen with Cy. And so I was really happy he's the VP. He's there. I wasn't sure if he was going to actually do it. So they answered me. I feel good.
Yeah, it was exciting. I mean, definitely, like you said, it's Olivia's world, and we're just living in it. And I mean, it showed that from the first 3 minutes. I mean, she is already blackmailing senators and trying to negotiate and find ways to get this new bill passed under Millie's initiatives to honor Vargas, which is really exciting that they kind of, wove him into it. But I mean, Olivia, she is overwhelmingly powerful right now. I mean, the whole episode was literally building on her power, and when we thought that, okay, if you're so high this whole episode, you're gonna get knocked down, at the end she showed otherwise. So I love that she's back, and she is back in her outfits, and her fashion, and her walk is back. So our old Olivia has returned to us.
Yeah, and can we talk about her hair for a second?
Oh,
Yes.
yes. Flowing in the wind. Bouncy. Yes. I was happy. I was happy to see her back. But you are right with that description. Overwhelming. Like, she is overwhelmingly powerful. It's almost too much. Me and Christine were saying, like, I don't know if we like it. We were expecting it.
I like it.
But I don't know. How do you feel? Do you like the new Liv?
Okay, here's my thing, is I feel like she's turning into her father. And she's always had a little bit of him. I mean, her parents are both crazy powerful people, right?
Right.
So I'm having a hard time liking her as much in this episode as I think I have in the past.
Yeah.
I don't know. Do you guys think I just feel like she doesn't seem so white hat to me anymore.
Oh, that white hat is
that's been
gone.
gone.
It's like a dark gray now. And it's about to get black. I know it is.
That's so crazy
But I
that you
feel like
brought
it
that up.
is
Yeah.
almost black. Like it's come that far. And
Yeah.
I'm just like,
Oh, yeah.
keeps going.
She kept some, I see what you're saying, and she has like changed a lot. I mean, I felt like she made a big pivotal move in her character when she killed the old vice president. And so with that in mind, that anger side, that dark side came out, and then it magnified when she was strangling her mother at the end of last season.
Yeah.
So she's gone there. I felt like she restrained herself in not wanting to kill that spy that was captured. And so when she said a line that's like, you know what, I'm the new command, and my command is about hope over cynicism. So I was like, oh, well, you're actually like trying to bring the white hat back a little bit. I don't know, tilt to the side.
I don't know. To me, it just didn't feel as genuine as I hoped it would.
Yeah.
Like, I think when she was just drilling Melly at the end, I was like, whoa. Like, this is, like, a side that we've seen, but it just felt so much more intense to me this time.
You know what felt so intense about it? The fact that she was talking about herself and her world and the things that they're going to do. We've heard her give that speech a million times to different clients about how they can step into the light and reclaim whatever it is that they've gone through when they've come to her to fix things. And now this is her basketball court. Everything is about how she wants things to play out. So it's definitely like very, very in your face. And yeah, it's gonna take some getting used to. I don't know.
I know. It doesn't feel right. It's weird. It's like we've always like waited for this moment for her to be at the top, and it's like here, and it's like almost out of body. Like, wow.
Well, the viewers agree with that. Angelica said Olivia is going to end up biting off more than she can chew.
Yes.
Because the power is coming so quick and she's in control of all areas. But I feel like we've worked 6 seasons to get here. I mean, she's had power in segments. And so it's kind of exciting. For me, that speech at the end, I'm like, tell her, don't listen to a man over a woman. You're going to listen to me because I'm the boss. I was like, so I love that the opposite opinion. But yeah, I'm curious to see what happens. But it's a scary time right now because she has won. And even that last minute pull that she tried to do to save the actual spy, she won. So now I'm waiting for her to fall.
See, you're right. I'm not completely against the new Liv. I just feel like I was with her until she seemed untouchable, where she said, I am always right. Because I'm like, Liv, no, in these 6 seasons, you've been wrong several times when it really counted. So I'm like, no, you haven't always been right. And if she thinks that, I feel like that's when it can get dangerous.
Ooh, that's a really good point.
Who knows?
Okay. Switching gears a little bit. So we established ourselves at the White House. Switching gears to QPA, we're now seeing how things are going over there. David Rosen's hanging out with the crew. He seems to just always be around. I don't think he's actually an attorney general. He's like a low-key gladiator, like for life.
Yeah.
And QPA is kind of struggling to find a client. It seems like that's where they're at. Quinn's pregnant.
Yes.
And very pregnant.
Very pregnant.
Very, very pregnant. And Huck's still around. Charlie's there. Seems like the crew's still,
Everyone's back. I mean, I don't know if I missed something. I don't remember. But why are Quinn and Liv so, like, there's so much tension? I mean, she is pregnant. Why is Liv so standoffish with her?
Do you think
it's because she like slammed the door
Yeah,
on her.
I agree with you. I wrote that down. I was like, what was that?
What's the problem here? Is it because she's command now and so she can't, like, be with QPA? Is it, like, a conflict of interest? Or what was that? Was I the only one who felt that tension?
I definitely felt that tension. I rewatched the end of last season and I didn't see anything that happened. I think that scene was more of a way for us to see again how much Liv has changed. The fact that she's literally, she'd always open her door in the middle of the night to any sort of crisis, and now she's stopping people at the door like, hey, you can't come in my space, or like, let's handle this outside. I'll give you my little quips and then you're done. So,
well, honestly, I saw it as her wanting to stop Quinn for coming in because she had company in the bedroom.
She had Jake.
And so I think she was like, okay, yes, look, it's the middle of the night. What are you doing here? This is my time. This is fun time. And so, but no, I don't think that there was any type of feud. I think the last thing, same from the end of last season, was just Quinn changed the pillow, and she was like, oh, keep redecorating. I mean, that was literally the last thing. Yeah, so I don't think there's any tension, but I think that she was just trying to get her groove on in the bedroom. And I thought, and I kind of poked Christine under the table, I thought it was going to be the anchor already in the bedroom, but they gave us that for later, but I was like,
okay.
Ooh.
Yeah, but I didn't know it was Jake, but since we're talking about Jake, we're excited because for a second, because we're O-Lakers. What are you? Are you O-Lake or O-Fitz? Or Litz?
I see. Fits.
Okay, well, y'all fit well together. And it's going to end up going you guys this way because, again, I got let down because it was like, yay! I was like, Lake is back. And then it was so disingenuine, like this is about convenience and security and safety and we feel comfortable, but this is nothing more.
Yeah, let's touch on that a little bit more because right away we saw how things have changed between Liv and Jake. There's like a very tense power dynamic going on there, and at first I kind of liked it because it was like, I'm going somewhere with this, I promise. First I liked it because I thought it was just kind of like kinky, like, okay, Liv's calling the shots, okay. And then it was just like, I mean, I have to agree with her frustration of Jake going behind her back. And I thought that scene where she told him it was over was such a big moment for Liv's character, just in terms of the full series, how far her character has come, because it seems like the men in her life tend to sway her left or right, and I feel like she's finally gotten to a point where she's putting her foot down from the beginning, like, well, maybe not from the beginning because this is an ongoing saga with Jake, but just, I guess from the beginning of this episode, she's just not having it, but it later changes when this other guy comes into the picture, so who knows?
Something about this time seemed real, though. I really felt like this was the last time.
With Jake?
And maybe because it's the final season with Jake, yeah. Maybe because it's the final season, so I'm like, they can't like play with this too much. But I really feel like, yeah, it's done.
I feel like it's that way every time, though. At least for me.
I agree.
So maybe because it is last season, but 5 more
never know,
episodes
yeah.
down the road, I feel like it's going to come back up. I don't know.
I totally agree with you. This is a tale that has been told, and I feel like we just keep recycling it, and it makes me excited because I'm like, ooh, they could be together. But I feel like she just treats him like an animal, like a puppy. She dismisses him intensely every time. There's never like, you know what, maybe we should stop. She always has this long monologue and this strong reason on why, and then she's back in bed with him. Yeah. So, flop.
Olivia is definitely Jake's weakness. I don't think he can say no to her, really.
No.
He always comes back one way or another. But I think what I've always loved about Jake and Liv is that he seems to be able to tell her things and like spot things about her that she's not willing to face. I thought it was very telling, the conversation that they had, where he kind of calls her out about making the tough calls. He says, you made one tough call. That was great, but are you strong enough to make more tough calls as command and really step into that role? Because it makes me think that like the questioning Liv is not gonna stop. Like we're gonna see that all season.
Oh, you think so? I think that kind of bothered her to hear him say that, and she might even try to rise to his standards to be the command. Now she also was the hopeful command, but she doesn't like when people underestimate her. She could just like do her own thing and not care, but I feel like she actually might be bothered by him thinking this. Who knows?
I feel like she took the step. I mean, he was like, oh, you did that one move, but I think that move at the end by going after the ambassador's son was a huge move.
Yeah.
I mean, she was borderline almost about to shoot the kid because she didn't like give a code word like really don't shoot him up. She was like, no, here's the countdown.
Yeah.
So her going behind the president's back and everyone's back, I think was her big move. So she's gonna do big moves, but just not kill everybody like V613 has in the past.
Well, and I think what bothers her about Jake and this dynamic is that it's like a territory that he knows and she doesn't. Because I feel like she knows everything except for this, and I feel like that's what's really bothering her. It's like, okay, you do know this and I don't, but I need to act like your boss, and I do know.
That's true, because she did say, because he was like, oh, I helped your father. She's like, this is not my father, so she shut that down because you're right. He's like, I am. I mean, he was command.
Yeah.
He was.
Yeah.
And we've got some viewers in the live chat who agree. Kamara Harrington said, I think Olivia is a little green with being command. She's a lay person. Not sure what that means.
That means newbie.
Lay person, okay, and doesn't understand everything that has to do with the job. She needs to rely on counsel from Papa Pope, Jake, and Huck. Yeah. So that kind of sums up how we're all feeling about that.
Glad we're on the same page.
Right? We're all on the same page. Speaking of being on the same page, we see Liv do a little sneak attack with Cyrus Bean to kind of test his
what was that?
That was amazing. We're all like, okay.
Right?
She's everywhere.
Yeah.
Everywhere.
That was pretty cool. So this episode, we see Senator Greenwald have some off-the-books meetings with VP Cyrus Bean to kind of just gauge his temperature. I mean, we don't know that off the bat, but just talking to him about the free college education bill and really petitioning to him to tank this right now and to not let Melly have that win and to have it for himself 4 years down the line, which seems really, really enticing the way she played, explained it to him at first. Even I was like, okay, low key, like that's a win for you, Cyrus. I don't know that I could be that mad at you. I would expect it. It is Cyrus. So how'd you guys feel about that?
I just wonder if it's a preview of the new Cy, because he has such dark moments. I wonder if like that whole monologue about like the 4 years being too long, I was like, preach, yes, I would have loved that when I was in school. So him being like, I'm putting this bigger cause over myself is a new Cy. So I wonder if this is going to continue, or is he going to be like, you know what, F being nice. I'm tired of being nice. Who knows?
I agree, because when that happened, I was like, Cyrus back to his own ways. Last season, I'm like, Cyrus did it. He kept it up, right? I'm always like, so I was disappointed at first. And I agree with what he said. I mean, 4 years, that's too long. And it threw me off. This is how good Olivia played this part in this whole plan. I remember Senator Greenwald from the previous season. I'm like, she literally sat down with Liv and they worked out stuff and they were like a team. Mm-hmm. So it's like, why would she be trying so hard to go against, women in power? And so, so that totally threw me for a loop. But I'm happy that Cyrus had a revelation. I think it had to do with Melly saying, I appreciate you. Like, no, you don't have to do this meeting. I'll do it. No, I wasn't turning it over to you. I literally had another meeting that I was busy at.
Right. But do you think that was genuine?
On whose part?
On Melly's part.
Oh. I didn't feel like it was. I'm so glad
really?
you said
okay.
that.
Yeah, I was like, that did not seem. That did not seem.
I felt like either she is questionable about Cy, so she's like, let me say something nice to keep him on my side, or it was just like Bellamy's bad acting. That's how I felt. I really was like, is it bad acting?
No, I literally wrote that down. I was like, Melly thinks Cy, genuine question mark?
Oh. Yeah, I felt it.
I did not like that, to be honest.
Yeah.
It was too smiley. It was too smiley and like
it was
blinky.
It was too like, there's cameras like right over there. I'm gonna like smile and thank him.
It was very picture perfect because then she goes into the Rangerette meeting after. It's like, who wants to be president? And it's like, wow, you did that. Okay, like
I kind of saw it as her like falling into her role of just trying to own being the boss of everyone and just really trying to acknowledge and be supportive. Now, sure, there's probably some back end because she knows Cyrus, and to your point, that line. We've been fighting for all these years. Who knew if we worked together we would be fine?
That was the line that actually made me go, huh?
Yeah.
I was like, oh, Millie's so cute in that. Like I liked it. I liked the thing.
How trippy is it that we're now in a world where Cyrus is the nicest character on Scandal right now?
That is such a good point.
That is so
such
weird.
A flip. It's crazy.
It is a flip. Well, we kind of briefly talked about Melly. We're seeing her in her element now. That last scene with Liv and Melly was great because I think it's a lot of foreshadowing to the kind of presidency that Melly wants and the kind of person that she wants to be and, whether or not Liv can take her there. So I'm excited to see Melly over the course of the season.
I kind of felt for Melly in that moment because I thought Liv is on her, some other ish, and that Melly was also going to be like this strong woman too, but she got shot down so quickly. Like,
I think she put up a decent fight, though.
She did, but it was all in the same, conversation. I thought maybe give it a day or something where she feels empowered, but, her empowerment just, got, dwindled down,
45 minutes
knocked out quickly. So I was like, I feel like they're, as a reign, these two are going to be powerful women, but I wanted Melly to be, she is the president, so she should be the woman in power.
That's so cute.
Maybe. Well, let's not forget when Fitz was in power, Cyrus was the bulldog. He was the one calling the shots and really forcing his hand on a lot of things. It's kind of interesting to see Liv now being that person to someone like Melly, who's, aside from maybe this moment, I think she's pretty stubborn. She kind of wants her way, and she'll find a way to do what's best for her. So.
I feel like Liv has always been calling the shots. Even back when Cyrus was in charge, she could undermine him at any point and go directly to the president, and Fitz would be like, okay. And I feel like the same thing with Melly. I said it was cute because Melly's so cute in her little attempt to, I'm going to stand up to Liv, and then Liv has to say just 2 lines, and she's like, oh yeah, you're right. She continues to fall back. Last season, she's like, I'm not going to, run for president or take the place because I want to step down because I'm going to get shot. And Liv's like, no, I'm not done. She's like, okay. And then she's like, oh, I'm going to join Cyrus on his joint ticket. Liv is like, no. She's like, okay.
I see your point.
It's.
I felt like she almost looked a little deer in the headlights in the sense that it's like, Melly knows more than anyone that the president really doesn't call the shots. And now here she is trying to call the shots, and she's not getting to call the shots, and she's confused. I'm like, where have you been the last 8 years? I don't know.
It's true. I think she's a little bit naive. She probably thought, okay, the president doesn't normally call the shots, but I am. I'm going to do something different.
This time.
Didn't work.
Oh, no.
She's like, I'm going to be different than my husband. Even though you told your husband what to do. And everyone else did too.
That's she's
such a good point.
Oh, Melly.
Well, speaking of her ex-husband, former president Fitzgerald Grant, who we didn't really see in this episode.
He wasn't in it. I was so sad.
I don't know where they could have fit him in.
I feel like he's gonna make a grand entrance. Grant entrance.
A Grant. Tony Goldwyn did tweet on his Twitter that his entrance would be worth the wait. So I'm really curious to see where he's at.
Ooh.
I mean, it was so tight-lipped. Even the little news clip that we did see of President Grant, like, off in Vermont, they were trying to get a comment from him about the education bill, and he refused to comment. And I'm like, wow, like, we really don't know anything about what he's doing right now. Nothing.
All we know is he's building his library, right?
Right.
Yeah.
His
Yeah.
foundation.
And making jam, maybe.
But for that reason, I literally thought that when Liv had picked up the phone storming out of the office, she's like, I need you to do something for me. I thought she was calling Fitz to say, you need to intervene and call Melly and let her know that this is not the best decision. Because I felt that they had put such emphasis on, well, Grant isn't saying anything. He's saying there's only one president at a time. So I was like, ooh, she's going to have him. And how can Melly say no? So it was another shocker. I like being shocked because I be thinking, I like being shocked. So she brought in Huck.
I didn't think that, to be honest.
Yeah.
Huh. I definitely thought it was just Huck because she's always calm.
Oh, you thought it was gonna? I didn't know who. I had no thoughts.
I had no thoughts either about that. Well, we kind of got through everything, and I guess we can just briefly talk about, you know, more of what we expect to see this season based off of what we've seen so far. I know we kind of all said it at the end of the episode that we were all just like, wow, that was interesting. It was like a lot to digest. But I know, Parris, you were saying that it was a subtle premiere in your eyes.
I feel it was really subtle. I really thought that was going to be like a wow. Since it's the final season, I thought it was going to be like something that got me thinking, you know? So it was still good though. Still great.
Yeah, it was really good. I mean, one of the things, if you guys watch our top 7 things that we're looking forward to this season, the final one was how would Shonda incorporate real life situations into the show, you know, the political dichotomy, if you will. And it was exciting to see a couple of parallels in this episode. And a couple that I saw was in reference to this free college bill. The free college bill is something that Bernie Sanders was trying to push on his drive, which was really exciting. And then, so I saw that, and then also the role that Senator Greenwald was acting like, you know, she was playing on trying to, go against the education bill is what Secretary of Education Betsy DeVos is, you know, the rich lady who has kids in private school and going to go against the bill. So I feel like we're going to see sprinkles of the parallels. Yes. Sprinkles.
Okay. Really quick though, before the end of our show, we want to take a moment to let you guys know about a new show. You want to take it away, Parris?
Yes, all right. There is a new show on the CW. It's called Valor. Did I get that right? Valor. See, that's why I asked. Pretty much, if you like Scandal, this is it, because it's about the military, it's about drama, it's about human nature and good and bad. So I feel like this might be my new big show.
Yeah.
This might be my new favorite.
It's an army show. It has special ops. It has different parallels, and they're trying to figure out the truth about secrets and different scenarios. And what we like to do is just continuously help our viewers find other shows to watch as well, especially since Scandal is ending. So we want to share this show with you, and it's going to be coming on the CW, and it has the world premiere after Supergirl.
Yes, on Monday.
Which is another good one. So be sure to check it out. I mean, tweet us, let us know what you think.
Cool.
Hey guys, just to jump in here, just to give some actual details on the show and not just, guys, it's 2 Special Ops Army helicopters, 2 pilots breaking boundaries and defying all expectations. Their bravery in the face of impossible odds earned them the distinguished Flying Cross for valor. But together they're finding that the truth is the first casualty of war. During their last mission, something went wrong, something no one is talking about, and when they went to the combat zone, not everyone came back home. What would you do if you have to break the rules to do what's right? Would you stay grounded and step in line, or go to any lengths to learn the truth? How close would you get to the only person who really knows you? It's the explosive new drama that pushes the boundaries between military discipline and human nature. The new series that's right on target. Valor, the world premiere after the season premiere of Supergirl, Monday, only on the CW.
Bam! All right.
Read very well. Yes, that's the official deets for the show. Hopefully you guys heard that, and stay tuned.
Yeah.
It's exciting. Hopefully there'll be an after show for it. That'd be really cool. We can talk about it even more. Actually, one more thing I wanted to talk about before the episode is over. We have a new character that we were introduced to this episode on his very own show, The Price of Power. I believe his name is Curtis. That's what I caught from their conversation. Curtis Price, I'm assuming. Yes. Played by the lovely, fine Jay Hernandez, who you guys might know from so many different shows. He was in Crazy Beautiful, the movie, Suicide Squad, Quarantine, a bunch of old other movies, but no stranger to TV. Right. And he's actually going to be recurring this season. So I guess
this romance slash not romance might be continuing.
We may
like a love
say that. Also, I think it's cool that he has a show because we're not doing Lovers of Liberty anymore.
I miss her, Lovers of Liberty. Miss her so much. But I like that Liv is immediately getting a new love interest. I think we were saying that last year. Like, please, this battle between Olake and Olitz, give us something new. But I love how demanding she was and how she walked in, drinking her drink. Like, here's the plan: exit left, go through the back door, wait for me, go up through 3 flights, count to 10, jump through a hoop. She had it down.
I think he loved it too. I think he was like, all right, we're starting right now.
But do you think Price has an ulterior motive? Like, what is the point of this? Yes. I guess that's what I kept thinking. I'm like, this is weird.
That's why I said it might be a romance, maybe not, because he seems sneaky. I don't know if that's just what he wants us to question it, but his whole face just seems like sneaky every time. Like he's not telling us something.
I think that he wants to undermine her. Yeah. But to his surprise, I feel like she knows. Game peeps game, and he's gonna think that he has her, and then she's gonna be like, boom, boom, bam. No, you don't.
The whole keep your friends close, your enemies closer.
Yes.
Oh yeah. I think at this point Olivia has a dossier on everybody in DC, so she needs to I'm gonna look up who this person is, and I think she's gonna be 2 steps ahead.
I love that word, by the way.
Dossier. SAT word of the day, guys. Yes. Dossier.
Do we have a Shady Boots?
We didn't do our Shady Boots moment, guys.
Yeah, should we have the music?
We might all have the same person.
Ooh, we can do an acapella like Mama.
Oh dang, we don't got the music.
These boots are made for walking.
Okay.
That's just what they'll do. Mm-hmm. One of these days, these boots are gonna walk all over you.
Yes, Tessa, this is what we are
professionals.
Yes,
you learn the song. It has to be a quartet.
Yes. I'll sing this time.
So who does the Shady Boots moment go to? Who is super shady this episode?
For me, I feel like everyone might say Liv, but my moment that I felt she was shadiest is when she was speaking with Melly and she's like, I'm the boss. Like, you think you're the boss? I'm the boss. And I was just like, who says that to the boss? True. So I feel like she gets Shady moment for that. Shady Boots for that.
I guess mine is so subliminal, but it would be her assistant. First off, I love her new assistant, Olivia's assistant outside the office, and when Price was like, oh, I don't think she's serious, she's like, no, she's serious. I'm like, yes. And I like the nod at the beginning. She was like, is it handled? She's like, it's handled. I'm like, okay, I like her.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I have to agree with both of those for sure.
Yeah.
Maybe a little bit to Melly too for, putting a Liv in her place a little bit, and you saw that look on her face. She was like,
that long look,
the longest look of shade that Kerry Washington has ever served. Girl,
yes.
It was everything. Wow, watching myself back is hilarious doing that. Anywho, we kind of danced around our predictions, but I know we're all just really curious to see how everything plays out with the new characters, the old ones. What other political drama we're gonna get into?
QPA, I'm really wanting to see where that goes. Are they gonna actually be good? That's what I want to know. Because I don't know, they really needed help this time.
You're absolutely right. They didn't really do anything.
Solve that. Yeah.
What they did was they went to Olivia. That's the best thing they can do to solve the cases.
Can you guys handle this on your own?
Ooh, well,
that is a good point. I didn't even think about that.
Just a week.
Should we make a really ambitious prediction?
Oh, yes, girl.
For the season finale of if Liv's going to end up with a man and who it is?
Go for it. Do you got someone?
Fitz.
I vote no, ma'am.
No, man.
I mean, that's not my preference, but I just feel like she's just going to sabotage everything and be left alone.
I feel like no man.
And that's going to be the moral of the story.
Mm-hmm. I think so as well. Only because all of the promos show her sitting alone. I'm getting that vibe of that it's just going to be her. And also because I think Shonda Rhimes gave us everything that we could have hoped for in the 100th episode.
Yeah.
Where we got that dream sequence of her and Fitz.
true.
So as much as I'm an Olitzer and I want it to happen, I feel like she was like, nah, this is all you get, and that's it.
Right.
So, but who
Yeah.
knows? That's a good direction to think. Bold
is.
predictions, guys. Bold
Bold
predictions for the
predictions.
boldest season yet of Scandal. Let us know.
Well, I think the season finale, she's going to end up being president. I feel like that's how the show's going to end.
Oh.
That would be
That's a bold
crazy.
one.
Yeah, I mean they'll have to speed things up if they're going to get through this term. But I don't know. We'll see. We'll keep you guys posted on our predictions.
Will everyone get through this term alive?
Paris is sticking to her guns.
Yes,
Someone's
Someone's
gonna
going to die. Oh, gosh.
Well, that's all the time we have for this week, guys. Thank you so much for joining us for the Scandal After Show. Tweet us. Let us know how you guys felt about the premiere. A lot of interesting opinions in the live chat tonight, so keep it going. We want to know. As always, you can find me on Instagram and Twitter at Christine Bean. Tessa, where can they find you?
You guys can find me on all social media at Tessa_Cevaal.
And you guys can find me on Snapchat, Facebook, Instagram at Parris Rose, and on Twitter, which I just got, at Parris Rose TV.
Paris got a Twitter! Yes! It's about time,
Just
girl.
got it.
You can find me. I'm Jessica Williams. You can find me at Miss Jessica Williams. Thank you so much for tuning in. We're going to read through your chats, and yeah, we'll see you guys next
All
week.
right, guys. Peace.
Bye.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.